Welcome to Naropa University, Boulder, where on March 1st, 2019, student Zaid Atkinson was engaging in the noble art of trash collection for his work-study program. Officer John Smiley, who mistook this ecological endeavor for a high-stakes episode of Cops, Campus Edition. Here we have Atkinson, armed only with a trash picker, and Smiley, armed with, well, a badge and a bit of confusion. So, there's Zaid Atkinson, our eco-warrior, peacefully picking up trash. Picture it, a sunny day, birds chirping, and the rustle of trash bags in the wind. Officer Smiley, who apparently missed his morning coffee and a memo on student work-study programs. He spots Atkinson, and it's like a scene from a detective show, but with less detective work and more. Hey, do you live here?
I couldn't help but notice you just sitting on the patio out there.
What's that?
I couldn't help but notice you're sitting on the patio behind this building.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's signs for no trespassing, private property, that kind of thing. Yeah, I wasn't sure what you were doing, if you lived here or you worked here.
Yeah,
it looks like you're working, doing something,
here
picking
and
stuff
I
up.
work here.
Okay, gotcha. What's the actual address then?
3333 Arapahoe.
Okay, what unit are you in?
I don't think I have to actually tell you that.
Well, I'm just checking to make sure that you have a right to be here, that's
Well,
all.
I just told you I lived here.
Okay.
And I told you that I'm working as well.
Okay.
Shouldn't that be enough for you?
Well, I gotta verify it, just so I know that you
Why
do
is-
in fact live here.
Atkinson, understandably baffled, tries to explain he's just doing his job, keeping the campus clean. But Smiley, in true police drama fashion, is not convinced. It's like watching someone accuse a fish of not swimming. Do you have an ID? Smiley asks, as if picking up trash is the new secret handshake of underground dormitory squatters. The conversation spirals into a comedy of errors, with Atkinson trying to prove he's not some rogue trash collector, and Smiley trying to solve the non-mystery of the student in his own dorm. It's like watching a game of Who's on First, but with trash pickers and a university backdrop. Atkinson's in his everyday college student uniform, while Smiley seems to think he's stumbled upon the case of the mysterious trash man. The absurdity is like a sitcom, except the laugh track is just Atkinson wondering if this is all a prank.
If you have an ID with your address on it, that'd be great.
Fucking unbelievable, man.
Well, we've had some stuff going on in this area. I'm just
I
doing
know.
my job, just making sure you belong here, and if you do, then great, and I'll be on my way.
Yep.
Okay. Do you have anything with your address on it?
Yo, look, man. Here,
Hey,
why
hang
don't you follow
Just
me
relax.
and I'll just fucking beep the building, dude.
Just chill out, man.
Dude, this is ridiculous.
I'm just asking you if you have something with your address on it, then that would help me.
No, I don't. How am I
Okay.
supposed to have something with my address
Well,
on
a
it?
lot of people have a
They
driver's
just carry
license.
They just carry something with their address on it?
Yeah, an ID.
It's ridiculous, bro.
Yeah.
As our trash-picking hero Atkinson continues his environmental crusade, Officer Smiley, now resembling a detective from a noir film with less noir and more confusion, decides to up the ante. Date of birth, please, he demands, as if knowing Atkinson's birthday would reveal hidden secrets about his trash-collecting escapades. Atkinson, meanwhile, is about as baffled as a cat at a dog show. Why do you need my birthday? Are you planning a surprise party for me? The standoff between Atkinson and Smiley becomes a bizarre dance. Smiley, with the persistence of a salesperson trying to sell ice to Eskimos, keeps pushing for the date of birth. Atkinson, on the other hand, stands his ground, probably wondering if he accidentally walked onto the set of a reality TV show where the grand prize is proving you're not a trespasser at your own home. The tension thickens. Officer Smiley's request starts sounding like he's trying to crack an Enigma code, and Atkinson's refusal feels like he's guarding the nuclear launch codes. It's a stalemate, a showdown worthy of a spaghetti western, except with trash grabbers instead of guns.
So, Mr. Atkinson, can I get your date of birth, please?
Why?
I just need to verify who you are, that you belong here, that you have a right to be here, okay?
Are you kidding me, man?
Can you have a seat, please?
No.
Mr. Atkinson.
No, I'm not.
290 Cook 12. Can you please have a seat?
No.
Put that down. Stop.
Are you seriously asking me for my date of birth while I'm holding a trash picker? Atkinson wonders aloud, almost expecting Smiley to whip out a lie detector next. Smiley, unfazed, stands firm in his quest for the magical date that would somehow validate Atkinson's existence in his own living space. The absurdity of the situation escalates to the point where you half expect a narrator to jump in with, "Little did they know, the real treasure was the friendships they made along the way." Except there were no treasures, just a confused student, an insistent officer, and an innocent trash picker caught in the middle of an identity crisis.
Mr. Atkinson, right now you're obstructing a police officer, which is a jailable offense. I'm asking you one more time to sit down.
I'm not doing anything wrong. And you're not going to arrest me. You're not going to do anything. Because I live here. And I didn't do anything wrong.
Last chance, sir.
For what?
Have a seat.
For what? For what?
Sit
You're
down.
gonna arrest a
Right now I'm
person?
detaining you
You're gonna
and
arrest
investigating
someone?
you for a
You're gonna arrest-
trespass.
I fucking live here, dumbass.
Sit down. Sit down.
No.
$290.
In the world of legal drama, Officer Smiley's script for lawful detainment seemed to be from a different show. The law states, in the voice of a courtroom drama narrator, "Detainment requires reasonable suspicion of a crime." But here, our officer was trying to solve a mystery that didn't exist, suspecting Atkinson of trespassing at his own dorm.
According to Colorado Revised Statute 16-3-103, an officer can demand a person's name and address if they reasonably suspect a crime. But here's the twist. Officer Smiley, in his quest for justice, overstepped by demanding Atkinson's date of birth, a piece of information that's more elusive in this context than a plot in a surreal art film. Atkinson, with a trash grabber in hand, was hardly a character from a crime thriller. The internal review rightly pointed out that Smiley's suspicion seemed to be based more on a hunch than on solid ground. It's like accusing someone of bank robbery because they were using an ATM. But wait, there's more. Smiley's description of the trash grabber as a blunt object over the radio was like adding unnecessary spice to an already overcooked plot. This miscommunication steered the narrative towards an action-packed, but legally baseless, climax.
In the grand finale of this Boulder blockbuster, Officer Smiley took his final bow, not with a standing ovation, but with a resignation. And in a plot twist worthy of a daytime soap opera, he walked away with a parting gift of $125,000, a salary severance that had the audience gasping. It was like watching a magician pull a rabbit out of a hat, only the rabbit was a hefty check, and the audience was left wondering about the magic trick. Meanwhile, Zaid Atkinson, our protagonist in this tale of mistaken identity, turned the tables and filed a lawsuit against the city of Boulder. It was like watching David take on Goliath, only this time armed with legal documents instead of stones. The lawsuit hung in the air like a cliffhanger in a season finale, leaving everyone on the edge of their seats.
Have a seat, please.
You're gonna tase me outside of my residence? I hope that
Drop
thing's
that.
on.
Put that down.
I hope the camera's on, sir.
Put that
I
down.
really do. No, I'm working.
You need
I
to
live
listen to
here.
what I'm telling you
Have
to do
my
right now.
address. I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing anything illegal.
290, we're on
I haven't done
the
anything
east
wrong,
side of
so I'm not gonna listen
2333
to you.
Folsom.
I don't
Subject's
know you.
failing to comply,
You're actually
not
on my
sitting down,
property,
and he
and I
has
feel
some
unsafe.
kind of a blunt object in his hand.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna follow until my cover gets here. Have a seat.
I'm not sitting
Sit
anywhere.
down.
I'm not sitting anywhere.
Sit down. Now.
Why?
Now. Do it now.
Why? Why?
I'm detaining you to investigate.
For what? For
Investigate a
what?
trespass.
I live here. You saw
You haven't
I'm a
confirmed that.
student.
Sit down.
I'm a student.
Sit down and I'll
I'm not
confirm
sitting
it.
anywhere.
Sit down now.
No.
But let's not forget the unsung heroes in this dramatic saga, the other Boulder officers. In a display of de-escalation prowess that would put peace negotiators to shame, they managed to diffuse the tension without further incident. Their approach was like a soothing balm on a sunburnt plot, calming the heated narrative with their professionalism. In the epilogue of this legal dramedy, we're left pondering the lessons learned. Officer Smiley's departure was like watching a character written off a show for plot inconsistencies. Atkinson's lawsuit added a twist of justice to the storyline, seeking recompense for a season's worth of turmoil.
Sit down.
No, I'm not sitting down.
Then you're probably going to get tased in a second.
Why?
Because you have a weapon. Put that
I
down.
have a weapon.
Put it down and comply with my orders.
That's not what you're doing, officer.
Do it.
Better think, because I got fucking, dude, I could get lawyers, and you have a
You-
camera on you.
It's filming right now.
You're an idiot.
Have a
Why
seat,
would you think
please.
that you could tase me? I'm freaking picking up trash on my property,
I need to confirm
which
it.
is where I live.
There's a sign.
I'm not doing anything illegal, and you're not gonna fucking tase me, officer. So
Sit
how do
down.
you think about that?
Sit down.
How do you feel about that, sir?
Sit
How
down
do you feel about
now.
that, sir?
A tongue-in-cheek sentiment echoed through social media. As of May 15, 2019, the streets of Boulder are now safer since the police officer resigned. I just hope he doesn't get to work as a police officer ever again. This comment, dripping with sarcasm, captured the public's mixed cocktail of relief and lingering skepticism. It was like watching the final scene of a movie where the villain exits and the townsfolk cautiously resume their daily lives, always with one eye over their shoulder. The incident not only became a local punchline, but also a reminder of the thin line between law enforcement and community trust.